Now to an actor who has had plenty of memorable screen moments already in his young career, Ben Affleck. Before Hannah left, she took time to speak with the actor, screenwriter, and now director.
The last time Ben Affleck co-wrote a screenplay, he won an Academy Award with Matt Damon for Good Will Hunting. With his latest script, Affleck is staying behind the camera, making his debut as a director with a critically praised detective thriller, Gone, Baby Gone. Ben Affleck, good morning.
Good morning.
What took so long between writing scripts? It was such a good experience the first time, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I think I started writing the script like 3 or 4 years ago, and it took a long time to get it all the way through to directing it and finishing it, and this stuff takes a long time. It took about 4 years to get Good Will Hunting all the way through, too. It's a lot of work.
Yeah, it's a labor of love, isn't it?
Yeah,
it really is.
It's pretty all-consuming for me and obsessive, so it was a lot of work.
Obsessive.
Yeah.
A couple years ago when you were here, the last time you were here, we were talking about how being a part of sort of tabloid fodder, how unpleasant that had made your life. And was this movie born of a desire to really just get away from all of that, in a sense?
Yeah, you know, I wanted to do something, I guess, kind of twofold. One, this is a kind of movie that's sort of anti that in a way. It's not really the kind of thing that's designed to draw that sort of attention either from Hollywood or for me in terms of being right out in front of that and kind of in a conscious decision to try to satisfy, those kinds of creative instincts without regard for any of that other stuff. And I've found it so far to be pretty good.
Rewarding.
Yeah.
It's taken from a Dennis Lehane novel about the abduction of a little girl. It's gotten a 4-star review in AP, which is great. It says it's a movie that'll keep you thinking and talking about the film for long after it's over. And it said Ben Affleck is a director who surely has more great things in store. Now, were you planning on just writing the script, or was there a thought process where, hey, I might want to act in this? I mean, what made you finally just decide to take the director's chair here?
Initially, in 2002, I guess, when I very first got a hold of it, I thought maybe I would act in it, and I started adapting it with another writer, as you said, co-wrote with Aaron Stockert, and then I got to like it more and more. I thought, you know what, and at the same time I was interested in directing. I thought maybe I'll direct this, but I knew I couldn't direct and act in it at the same time. I thought it would be too hard. And then story-wise, I thought, I think it'd be interesting if the character were younger, and as soon as I did that, I thought really there was only one person who could play this part, and that was Casey, my brother.
Yeah, your brother Casey, who we had in here the other day. You have a great cast. Morgan Freeman plays a police chief. Let's take a look at a clip really quick, okay?
My only child was murdered. She was 12. Did you hear about it? What you probably didn't hear, and what I hope you never have to deal with, Mr. Nero, is what that feels like, what I have to deal with. Knowing that my little girl likely died crying out for me to come and save her. And I never did. I know what it feels like to lose a child. This child. That's all I care about.
Such an intense movie. And was it an intense experience? I mean, you've never directed before, and I read that you had a migraine, that you got sick the first week.
Yeah.
I mean, were you really, I don't know, was there any trepidation about doing this?
It was really about deciding that if I was going to fail in any way, it wasn't going to be for lack of working as hard as I possibly could. So I probably worked 4 times as hard as I needed to, and maybe in some ways, that was probably bad, because it gets so tight when you work that hard. But I just kept on going, and I hardly slept, and I just, probably over-prepared and, worked twice as hard. And I kind of, in prep, I pushed myself so far that by the time we actually got to shooting, the first week, like after the first week was done, I got this migraine, which I had never gotten before, and I didn't know what was happening. This headache kept getting worse, and then it was so bad that I ended up having to go to the emergency room. So
nice, right? Yeah, good way to start off.
Yeah, inspired a lot of confidence, I'm sure. They thought, where's the director? You went to the emergency room on the weekend?
You finished strong, though. You did. You finished up strong.
Well, I ended up finishing the movie, yes.
Yeah. I asked your little brother what your strength was as a director, and he said he's tall.
Yes, that was Casey's strength as an actor.
Yeah.
Smaller.
Smaller. There you go. Little Violet, your little one, she's about to turn 2, right? Did you guys have big birthday plans here for her?
That's not something that I've given any thought to.
Really? Dora the Explorer, you haven't gone out and bought the plates or any of that? No,
not a big television household for the kids.
Very nice, very nice. And it's nice that we haven't seen you guys. I don't feel like you're out there a lot in magazines and stuff. Once in a while in the park or something. But
I try to,
nice.
We try to, as best we can, to maintain some privacy for our child. It's hard. It's one thing where I've come to terms with, the degree to which I have to be photographed and that kind of thing. But I really try to be protective of our daughter, and you do the best you can.
And your wife Jennifer Garner's on Broadway, so enjoy your time in New York.
Cyrano.
There you go.
With the great Kevin Kline. So if you're in New York, pick up a ticket. Gone Baby Gone.
Yep, and go see the play, go see the movie, all of the above.
Thank you so much. This has been a real pleasure talking to you.
Well, it's great to see you again, and congratulations.
Thanks.